It's Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv, and this episode is sponsored by Sow and Reap. This month we will be teaming up with Sow and Reap to give 2 of our followers with a chance to take part in the Sow and Reap experience. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Click the link in our bio and fill out the form. At the end of the month, we're going to choose a winner to receive either a 25% discount on a 2022 excursion or admissions for 2 to a supper of their choice. So follow Sow and Reap now and learn more about the experiences that they provide, and hit the link in the bio and see if you can win. And also Bossville Farms. What do you know about Bossville Farms? Well, what you do know can win you 2 tickets to their 420 bash. And this is all you got to do. Watch our episode with Bossville Farms featuring Derek Muhammad, Bossville Farms founder, and answer this question: what was Derek Muhammad doing before he started the farm? The giveaway will happen on Bossville's social media page and will be running up until April. We're going to pick 3 winners. Prizes will range from apparel to gift cards to tickets to their 420 party. In order to participate, you have to follow Bossville on social media and sign up for their newsletter on Bossville's website. So make sure you follow them. Check out that episode. It's in the link in the bio right now. And tell me, what was Derek Muhammad doing prior to opening up Bossville Farms? All right, and without further ado, let's get into this episode, man. I have no more sponsor credits to read. All right, so I'm in a strange predicament in my life right now. I'm taking a 30-day sabbatical. I'm trying to cleanse the spirit, the palate, everything from cannabis for a second. But I do this show called Cash Color Cannabis, and I do it at a studio called LivehiphopDaily that's 420 friendly, and everybody smokes. So I'm actually struggling right now because I smell some really good weed in the air, and a lot of it's actually being rolled up with Pearl rolling papers, man.
Yes, indeed.
And the crazy part is I got the founder of Pearl rolling papers with me today. What up, Justin?
Even better. Hello, Mecca. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm cooling, man. Like it's so crazy to watch Instagram people come to like real life. Like I remember when you walked in the studio the first time, man. But it's dope to actually have you here and be able to speak about the brand rather than you just popping around and just looking at the lay of the land over here.
Yeah, no, man. I'm so excited, especially after the first time I came here. Had a great time. But also just want to say, like, everybody that I've mentioned to that I'm coming on this podcast, Cash Color Cannabis, everybody has had great things to say about you. Everybody knows who you are around here in Atlanta for this. So just shout out to you for just having me on here and just holding it down for us in the Atlanta area in the cannabis industry.
I'm gonna remember that next time somebody in Atlanta asks me to explain what Cash Color Cannabis is. Now you know what it is.
Yeah, you know what it is.
You know what it is. Like, stop playing. Like, I'm not explaining this no more at all.
So that's why I'm so excited to be here, man. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. All right, for those who don't know, man, and first off, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are and what you actually do.
Awesome, man. Yeah, so my name is Justin Buck. I'm originally from Prince George's County, Maryland, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, to be specific. So, I moved to Atlanta when I turned 18, graduated from Morehouse College, got my degree in business. After that, I worked and moved to Denver for a little bit, got some experience in tech, but also was out there studying and just watching the cannabis industry as well. And then I came back and to Maryland, where I'm originally from, and I'm right now. So then I enrolled in graduate school. So right now I'm in graduate school at the University of Maryland, studying medical cannabis science and therapeutics.
Stop playing, really.
While also running this business.
That's what's up, man. Talk about educational system, higher education.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So yeah, man. And then during all that whole process, in college, I really got introduced to cannabis, and that's when I just started rolling different things and just trying to figure out what worked out for me and what I liked in rolling, and just whether it was Dutches or Rellos or papers. And then after a while, I settled on papers, but I just wasn't cool with how hard it was to roll papers. So I just had it started with watching the Wiz Khalifa video in that hot tub where he just kind of introduced twisting the end, the tail, and then I kind of used that for a little bit, and then I developed it where we also sealed the end. So we added an extra feature to it. We patented it. Took 4 years for that to come into fruition. Back and forth with our supplier, the whole deal, and after 5 years of thinking about it, it's finally here. So
that's what's up. Yeah. That's a grind, man. That's a serious grind. I'm surprised you're not still in Maryland, because Maryland at least got weed.
No, I am in Maryland right now. I'm in Atlanta a lot, but I'm living in Maryland right now. Yeah. So yeah, I'm a medical cannabis patient as well out there. So I like Maryland, but yeah, I love Atlanta too. So
well, congratulations, man.
Yeah.
So when you got to college, was that the first time you experienced cannabis?
yeah, it was. It really was. Like, you know, I may have tried it like 1 or 2 times socially in high school, but you know, that was like my first time, and that's really what led to Pearl. To be honest with you, you know, this whole journey has just taught me so much about perseverance, about grit, about everything, man. And it all started at Morehouse. So that's why, like, I always have, like, you know, a soft spot in my heart for Morehouse, but Atlanta in general, because this is really where I found my passion and where I really became a man for real.
That's what's up, man. You know what? I've always said to myself, I want to do a show on the HBCU campus, but I'm pretty sure Morehouse won't let me. Like, I've had so many Morehouse representatives come on here and say, yeah, I got my weed from Morehouse. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm sure they don't like bragging about that. They'll like brag about that. But shout out to some of the Morehouse men who've been on here, especially my boy Kevin Ford Jr. You know Kevin?
I do know Kevin. I'm working with him, actually, because I'm in Maryland right now.
Okay.
So, yeah, we do some work, some advocacy work up in Maryland.
Tell Kevin I said what's up, man.
Yeah, man. I will.
So that's what's up. So your first time you discovered cannabis was on a college campus. What was that experience like?
Oh man, it was amazing. I mean, I think, you know, college is a big community, and smoking just allows that to happen easier.
Yeah.
So, you know, in college, you want to make friends, you want to be social. And I think for me, weed was always like a great icebreaker. You know, like for me, whether it was like, you know, professionals that I wanted to like network with, you know, they'd be like, all right, man, just come on, pull up, like, let's smoke. You know, I'm like, all right, like, these are professionals, though, like, work at banks that are lawyers and doctors and stuff that are now, you know, but, like, back in college, everything was, you know, just smoking and chilling. So that and just meeting different girls, just meeting different people, my friends, like, just hanging out, it was always just, like, a great community and social thing for me. And that's kind of, like, where I fell in love with it, because it's more than just cannabis. It's also medicine, but it's also something that is like a community and brings people together. So I love sessions and hotboxing with people. It's my favorite things to do.
That's what's up. So I often ask people, do they think about why they smoke? And right now it sounds to me like you smoke because it's a social situation. Like, you know, it's not necessarily, like, I don't drink. I'm not a big drinker. So, yeah, my icebreaker would be, hey, you smoke weed? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would always be my icebreaker. So it feels like your reason is that.
That's how it started.
Okay.
So it's not how it is anymore. So, I mean, I definitely use it as an icebreaker, but as I've, you know, matured and gotten older, I've learned how to use it with intention.
Okay.
So I've used it, like, right now, like, I use it for, like, microdosing. I use it because I might, you know, have a little bit of, you know, undiagnosed ADD. So I think, you know, like,
don't we all?
Yeah, exactly. So honestly, like, that's one of the things that I do, and I have a lot of work to do on a daily and weekly and monthly basis. So it just, my brain is all over the place because I'm in school, I'm working, I'm, you know, got a business. So it kind of just like lets me focus when I microdose it and use it in a way that I know it's going to help me from previous trial and error. Like,
excuse me, what is microdosing?
Oh, my apologies. So microdosing is when you just smoke a small amount of cannabis with the intention that it's just going to put you in the right place for your performance at that moment. So instead of like smoking, like, you know, I might roll up a whole J, you know, I'm not about to smoke that whole J. I might just take like 3 hits based off of like trial and error, based off like what I did previously. So you got to find a sweet spot. And, you know, in the science community, you call it, like, you know, titration. Just like dosing, basically. So you're doing that to yourself, you know, because the medical industry right now isn't, you know, developed enough to really give you a recommendation, at least in Atlanta right now. So, you know, for me, you know, I don't really have a primary care physician that I'm comfortable talking to about this. So through trial and error, I definitely just microdose and keep tabs on like what I'm doing. Because if I'm microdosing, I most likely have a list of things to do.
I feel you.
So it's like, you know, I'm just trying to stay focused, and then at the end of the day, once everything is completed, then I'll smoke the whole thing.
Bro, I microdose, but I'm more microdose because I'm cheap. And I really, bro, I despise knowing how much I just spent on some weed and then burning a whole blunt. So I'll 3-puff it in a second, put it down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And come back. Like, in fact, shout out to Mike. Like, it took me forever to finish that one blunt I did roll. But when it was done, it was done. Like, it took a second. I'm a microdose on myself.
Microdosing does it give you like a kick?
Oh yeah, nah, like for me, I just like, I feel it just like wrapped around my head. Like when it's just kind of like a microdose, you can feel it. For me, it's like I just feel it just kind of like locking me in. But granted, you know, when you smoke, it takes, you know, around 7 to 8 minutes for you to reach like, you know, your peak high. So it's like once I do that after about 10 minutes, then it's like, you know, I'm really ready to like zone in. So that's what also tricks people too, right? Is you start smoking, you don't really feel it, and you're like, all right, let me just
keep going.
Keep going.
It's like with edibles too.
Exactly.
People do that with edibles all the time. Microdose of edible.
Exactly, exactly. But you know, it's just like, you know, you have to understand that, like, even though I just took 4 puffs and I don't feel high right now, you're going to be high in 10 minutes.
Bro, this reminds me of Antoinette. Shout out to Antoinette, Big Bowls Pause. I remember she sat here and she ate like a whole pack of cookies one time, and she kept saying, "Well, I don't feel anything." I said, "What you do?" She said, "Well, I ate them all." I said, "Well, you about to feel them."
Yeah, nah, you tripping.
You about to feel that real quick. Trust me. So that's crazy, man. So Pearl rolling paper, trademark, patent, like you really put your work into this. Talk to us about the whole process of going through that, man. Like, because, you know, there's not the rolling papers you just could have rolled or you could have white labeled the situation. Like, what made you want to go this route?
Just because I knew what the customer would react to well. So I feel like it's, in my opinion, this is just my humble opinion, that it's very easy to white label rolling papers. It's very easy to, you know, slap my brand on there and just try to sell it, but I'm selling, you know, somebody else's rolling paper basically. Yeah. So when I was doing this, I just knew that when I do things, I'm not trying to do what everybody's doing. So I'm trying to like stand out. I'm trying to do something different, be innovative. You know, I'm trying to be, you know, recognized as one day as like, you know, an ingenious person who like, you know, develops different things and solves different problems. And that's kind of like what I fell into when I was in school. But I knew when I had this idea that I wouldn't be able to release it without intellectual property. Like, I know
somebody was definitely steal that.
Somebody's going to definitely steal this, you know. And I knew that my product was great because when I was first developing it, I, you know, showed it and gave it to my friends, and everybody was like, all right, this is great. And then they started showing their friends and then showing their friends, and everybody's like, whoa, this is really, really cool. And that was just like the tip on how to do it themselves. You know what I mean? So like when I was like, all right, we should definitely just put this in a rolling paper package, it was in 2017. So I graduated Morehouse in 2018. So in 2017, I didn't have any type of money to really like fund getting a patent. So I was like, but I'm not about to stall any longer. Like, I'm in school, but I'm not going to stall. So what I did was I just, you know, did it myself, DIY, Google, YouTube, everything that I needed to do. I looked it up, and I just put it into motion. And then I submitted my patent application in 2017. And then what happened was I made some mistakes because I didn't spend the money for a patent attorney. I made some mistakes, so you know.
Really, you went to Morehouse, man. Like somebody should have like threw that information at you.
I know, but it's not like intellectual property. It's touched on, but it's like the whole like step-by-step process. Yeah. It's not really taught like that. So, you know, I had to do it on my own and research it, and I made some mistakes, so it was like it turned like an 18-month process to like a 3-year process because of those mistakes. But I was going to keep pushing. So by the time that I graduated in 2018, you know, I got a job, I had some money. So then I spent money on a patent attorney. Smart. So then that sped up the process, got approved in July of 2020. And then immediately after that, we applied for copyright and copyright rights to the logo, our slogan, a simpler way to roll, and all that stuff, man. So just saving money, just doing everything that I can, man, to make sure that this happened. It took a lot of grit, it took a lot of patience, but you know, it took a lot of just group effort as well.
But it was 100% needed, because when you mention again white labeling, there's a lot of people who white label, and white label, for those who don't know, white label is literally you just buying the product from somebody else and putting your label on it. Like a lot of people white label product, everything from hemp flower to CBD products, like your white label. It's not necessarily, like you said, it's not necessarily your product, right? But it's your product,
right? It's like when rappers have like merch, you know,
when rappers have their own weed line,
right?
Like we can say that,
it's white labeled, it's not theirs, it's
not yours, no. But I like the fact that you put that work in, because that's necessary, you know, in order to be an actual business. Like I've run into a lot of people who have rolling paper lines, and the thing that always bothers me is they might have something slightly unique that separates them from somebody else, but I'm not sure if you took it to the next level to where you're protecting your brand, because what you don't want is somebody, especially in Atlanta, you don't want to have somebody who's a somebody see your thing and then be like, oh, now that's my thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that actually even happened to me at MJ BizCon. Like a bunch of people were asking me, is this patented? Is this patent? Like what?
Oh, they ask you for a reason because they about to steal it from you.
I know.
They ask you for a reason.
I know, and
Okay.
I gave people like my patent number. I was like, this is public information.
Okay.
Like you can go look it up. So, you know, I've actually like told people like go to Google Patents and look up this patent number and you will see it because people don't believe me for some reason.
Oh, that's one dope thing about going to these conferences. You'll learn quick that people are trying to steal your shit.
Yeah.
And if they ask you up front, is this trademarked? Man, look.
And it was
if it wasn't, go do it right that second.
Yeah,
They're about to
man.
steal your idea.
Yeah, and it was actually a consultant who he said that he worked for a competing rolling paper company who asked me that, and he said he was a consultant and a legal consultant. I was like, man, definitely go back to that company and let them know this is patented.
Feel you, man.
So yeah, man.
Black people in business.
Yeah, man. I just gotta have all my I's dotted and T's crossed, man, for sure.
When were you were in MJ Business Pass?
Yeah, I was there, and I was at the Minorities for Medical Marijuana.
Oh, the
mixing.
dice party?
Yeah, I was there. I heard you were there too, but this is my first time like experience everything.
Bro, I love the dice party. Like it was my first time. Literally, I felt like the Fonz. Like I walked in the door, and just everybody knew me. I was like, oh shit!
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, where E at?
Shout out to M. Shout out to them, man.
My boy E was with me. Big Balls Paws. E was with me. I remember E looking at me and saying, "Dog, these niggas know you. You know
Yeah.
you talking, dog. These niggas know you."
Yeah, man. So I hope to get on that level one day. But this is because I just released the product fully in December.
Mm-hmm.
But like that MJ BizCon was like our coming out party, really. So like I have my team with me. So I have a team of 3 people that like work with me. And we came to MJ BizCon. We had our booth and everything, but we were like socializing.
Oh, you had a
networking.
booth on the floor?
Yeah, we had a booth.
Say, where you spent money?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm all in with this, man.
That's
I'm not
what's
playing.
up.
I got intellectual
That's not
property.
cheap.
I got booths, and then like we're going to Champs Trade Show as well. Like so, we're
solid.
Yeah, man. I'm making this happen. Like it's for me. Like I'm delusional with this. Like it's working. And there's no other option.
So this is all in. Like you don't have to worry about taking drug tests and nothing like that. Like this is my job.
No, this is it for me. Like this, it's all or nothing. Like it's sink or swim. This is it.
Bro, I applaud you on that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you gotta, and that's another thing about being in business, especially as an entrepreneur. You gotta figure out the moment when it's really time for you to rip the Band-Aid off and say this is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times we will work jobs and we'll do certain things in between that time, but yeah, there's a time you gotta jump off the bridge, man. So,
Yeah,
it's ready.
Yeah, and I think for me it was just time because I was at a job that I was thankful for the job. It was a great job, but I was in a job that I wasn't happy with.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, I gotta get out of this, and I already had things going with the patent. I was just thinking once things got cleared, it was takeoff time. So.
Congratulations on that, man.
Yeah.
So your papers, it's almost like you're showing people how to actually roll the perfect paper without having to have the skill set to roll a perfect paper. I don't have that skill set, so I would actually need a pearl when I get back to rolling, man. Have you spoke to people about that? Like, cause there's plenty of people who want to roll or who would want to kind of I'm trying my hardest also to get off tobacco, so I want to get into papers when I do get back to smoking. But again, I'm not the best roller. Like is that another thing why you made it the way you made it with the pearl tip and things like that to make it easier for say somebody like myself?
Yeah, and it's difficult because it involves education. But I think that's the main reason because I think the younger me would love this product, and I think that's who I made it for was freshman year me. Like if I had this product, I would be like, bro, this is the greatest thing that I've ever seen after like struggling so much. So it is something that I think about a lot because I made this product for them specifically. Granted, if you are an experienced roller, this just makes everything easier for you.
Yeah.
But like I definitely had the beginner roller at mind because I had my younger self in mind when I made this. So like from everything about it, from the sealed end to the handle at the end. So I got this right here actually. So I pre-filled this one.
So I say, don't drop the weed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna drop the weed, man. I'm not gonna do that. Not while I'm being recorded.
Not on air.
Nah. So we got this tail right here. So everything from this handle that you can hold, this sealed end right here, this tail. It kind of works like a candle wick. So you just light that and it burns and then starts to even burn for you. And then even the perforated filter tips. And then we have a QR code on the inside of the packaging that brings you to our YouTube page, and we have like an entire playlist of how-to videos. So everything that I do, man, I have the beginner roller in mind. And I just really wanted to make it as easy as possible for them to learn how to roll, and I want them to use this product as a crutch to become a master roller.
Bro, you talk about you found a niche and you're catering to said niche. Because I'm thinking to myself, I've done messed up so many joints trying to get one decent good joint, man. How many joints did you mess up trying to come up with the concept of Pearl? Like, how many times did you bust open one, stuffed it too much? You know what I mean? Like, how many times did you mess up before you got here?
Man, I don't even know if I had that. I definitely don't have that number for you, but I would say it just was so many times, just trial and error. Like, I'm a big hotbox guy. Like, if you know me personally, you've definitely hotboxed with me multiple times. So it's just like hotboxing is so difficult when you just have a rolling paper with no sealed end. And I would just be spilling weed and have weed in my car. Then my mom come in my car, she'd spill weed, and I'm like, man, I need something different. So it's just a lot of different things that led to this, but it's definitely me just struggling over and over and over again from just all the papers out there and Rellos and just every backwood, everything. Like, the weed is gonna fall out regardless of what you're using. Because everything is two open ends, and I think that's just a problem. And we solved it.
I think it is a problem, man. But right now we have a couple of lines who basically have a chokehold on the industry from raw papers. Everybody loves raw papers at this point. And no lie, Vibes is sneaking up on them. Shout out to Burner. Vibes is sneaking up on them. Where do you feel like you fit in this world of rolling papers, where we do have a raw papers and the Vibes, and you also have people like Jobs. You have people, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have classics that people have already are kind of used to just because it's been around for so long. Where do you feel like you fit in?
We're the new kids kicking down the door. That's how I feel like it is. I feel like in every industry, people and companies have their time. And they rule it, and then somebody audacious enough comes in, kicks the door down, and changes things.
I feel you.
So that's what I'm doing. That's what my team is doing, and we are going to be doing so many things that these other rolling paper companies just aren't even thinking about, and we haven't even started yet.
What are some of the things we're thinking about? Like, what how far out are we going to see Pearl Rolling Company like branch out to?
So, I mean, we're doing everything, man. I think you're going to see us at festivals. You're going to see us having private events. You're going to see us releasing just different assets to our customers and people that follow us. And we're going to continue innovating. So this is not the only patent and innovation that we have coming down the pipeline. So I think it's just going to be a cool brand overall that people, I think, are going to be able to relate to. So then also, I think just the explosion of the cannabis industry, like being an ancillary business, people are going to want to, I think, in my opinion, gravitate towards a rolling paper that can serve as a crutch for them instead of like going to what's the most popular thing out there. But I do also intend on making this the most popular thing out there.
We got to stop using the term crutch, because that's going to make people not want to do it. Let's say assistant.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to be assistant to people who don't know how to roll, because I need that assistance. I already told you, man, like I want to roll papers, but occasionally I'll get one good, but dog, when I say I've gone through paper after paper after paper, fuck it, give me a blunt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it gets that heavy, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of papers versus blunts, man, when did papers become your preference? Like, were they your preference from the very beginning, and you just never touched tobacco, or?
No, it was definitely so. Like, when I first started smoking, everybody was smoking, Rellos and backwoods and all that stuff. So that's just what everyone was doing. So that's what I was doing at first. And then also, like, where I'm from, Maryland, everybody puts, Fonto in their, tobacco basically in their in their cannabis.
That's that guy right.
Exactly. So I'm just an outcast because I don't use any of that stuff now. Yeah. But not growing up, but like just early in my cannabis life, I was definitely doing that, and then I just kind of did some research on like what I was smoking, and I'm smoking tobacco. So, and I just I don't even think I really even processed that. I was like, oh, we smoking weed? Oh, okay. I don't even care what we rolling it up in. And it wasn't until like I started becoming a habitual smoker where I'm like, let me just take a look at this stuff that I'm rolling up with. Yeah. And then at that point, I was like, well, I don't really want to smoke tobacco like that, because I like smoking cannabis. Like that's what I knew. I was like, cannabis is what I like. I don't want to like associate anything with tobacco. And then, I don't like cigarettes. I don't even like the smell or like just anything about them. So for me, it took like a year of smoking until I decided like I'm gonna make that full switch to papers, and I've never looked back since.
Bro, I feel you. When I was in college, I had a roommate, my man Jamal, and Jamal's dad, he's from St. Thomas, and he's from St. Thomas, and his dad used to send him weed through the mail, like he used to stuff it in lotion bottles, classic shit, man. But he used to laugh at all of us. He said, "Yo, y'all Americans, man, y'all up here smoking tobacco, y'all ain't even smoking the weed, like y'all high off the blunt." He used to say just like that, "Man, you high off the blunt, man.
Yo,
like, you ain't high off the weed."
He's not lying to y'all though. Like that's what I really am trying to like. My close friends and like people that I interact with, I try to preach that to them, but ain't nobody listening to me, man. So it is what it is. Like if you're gonna use my papers, I can't stop you from putting tobacco in there.
Yeah.
But like I'm not condoning that at all. You know what I mean? Like you buy my papers, they're yours. But like I'd rather you fill them with cannabis.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah.
But I'm trying my hardest to get off that tobacco thing too. But like I said, it's so much easier.
Yeah, man. Also, just not trying to like get addicted to nicotine or tobacco or anything, man. So I'm just, I don't mind if I'm kind of, attached to weed though. So.
Bro, I really got it. My thing is, I'm part of the generation that kind of came up with it. Like I was vanilla Dutch, strawberry Dutch, grape Dutch, like whatever flavor Jadakiss mentioned, I was buying it. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
99 cent. I mean, at the gas, it's convenient.
I miss when it was 50 cent, 99 cent. I miss when blunts was 50 cent.
Well,
bring that back.
Yeah.
Bring that back.
Well, in 2017, 2016, inflation must have, put them at 99 cents, but
you know what's so crazy to me is how much cheaper blunts are versus Black and Milds. Like if you get one Black and Mild, you could literally get like 2 blunts.
Oh, I've never bought a Black and Mild before, so I wouldn't know.
Ain't you fancy? I can hear the judgment coming on.
No, man. I'm just saying, like, I just try to stay away from all that, man. Honestly,
you got to don't let me peer pressure.
Yeah, nah, man. I like smoking cannabis and I stay in my lane. I'm like you too. Like, I don't even drink alcohol like that. I know some people are gonna like roll their eyes at that, but it's like socially I'll drink, but like you'll never see me like buying alcohol.
If I'm drinking, I gotta drink somebody like when we bought the Douce bottle, I'm drinking with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm drinking wine, but I'm not going to the club and saying. Matter of fact, I've been so embarrassed at clubs before when I go to the club and people like, so what you drinking? Give me a red stripe. I don't even know the fucking order. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know really what the order out here.
Yeah, I think it's the same for me. But when I'm out with my friends though, I'll drink, but I'm not really a drinker at all. So I stick to what I know.
I feel you, man. What celebrity needs these right now?
I'm sorry?
What celebrity you feel like needs a pearl rolling paper?
All of them, but I would say specifically like I like the Atlanta. Like just kind of ecosystem. So I gotta say 2 Chainz first, and I don't want to say like a rapper that has or a celebrity that has connections to another brand. Yeah. So I think 2 Chainz is the first person that comes to mind, just because I feel like he would understand, and he just he's very business savvy, as well as tapped into what's going on down here.
Bro, I would say that Spitter, man. I can see Spitter using these simply because how easy it is. Like he already wrote joints. Like
but I think like the reason I didn't say Spitter or Wiz Khalifa, like they already kind of have their affiliations. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's why I didn't answer that question that way, because they do have their affiliations, and I respect that. So my target is people who are in like smoking cannabis, in the industry for the most part, business savvy, but don't have a connection to another brand already.
Man, where's Chris J at, man? Ring that bell, boy. Shout out my boy Chris J, because I feel what you're saying, because I was part of that, watching Wiz and watching Currency and them come up, and it's almost like I watched certain brands literally grow off them. Whether you talking about Diamond Lanes, or the way you talking about Raw Papers, and all that. Like find you one of them young dudes, man. Chris J is that dude, man. I swear to goodness, bro. Like put them papers in his hand. Watch Chris J run a marathon.
Man, yeah. So that's honestly like we have my team. We're doing a bunch of just research and just looking up different people that we can kind of connect with. So I'm definitely like I don't think I'm familiar with the artists that you just mentioned. Yeah. But I'm gonna reach out to him, like, and that's one thing about me. Like, when there's an opportunity or there's a dot to be connected, like, I'm gonna try to do it like ASAP. You know what I mean? So any connections you could try to do for me, bro, like let me know, and then I'm definitely gonna try to make that happen.
That's what's up, man. Well, I see that you can do amazing things. Like I saw Raw Papers. Like I think that you already mentioned you trying to do events and things like that. I think the closest thing you want to do without mimicking somebody is following that pattern. Like you could literally put on a showcase sponsored by Pearl Rolling Papers. South by Southwest coming up soon, man. You going to Austin?
Yeah. Like I want to go to all the different festivals that we can, as long as it's within our budget. Yeah. You know, I definitely want to go. So that's like another thing. So like right now we're preparing for, we're done preparing for 420, but right now we're preparing for the summer. And just trying to find like all the festivals, get all the registration done, because that's our bread and butter right there. Just right now, we need more awareness to our brand. I think that's the only thing holding us back, is that we need more exposure, we need more awareness, because I feel like once people understand the concept, once people see the product, I think it's an easy product to like. I think our logo and our branding is really on point, and then the product speaks for itself. So I think once we get into those festivals, get into like in front of people, I only think it's a matter of time.
Man, holla at what's the one in DC, National Cannabis Festival?
Already registered.
Broccoli Fest too?
Not yet. Not yet. So, but no, we're there too.
Tell Broccoli Fest, holla at me, man. I put that media pass in forever ago, man. Go
ahead
and hit the approval button, man. Go ahead and hit the approval button so Cash Color Cannabis can pull up.
Yep. So yeah, we have a for National Cannabis Festival, like that's a part of our just like 420 weekend. So like on Friday 422, we have a private event out in Maryland, and that's going to be like our first inaugural like private event. And that's going to be the day before National Cannabis Festival.
I want to roll out there so bad, but I feel like, and this is going to sound hella crazy, I think I might be hosting a golf tournament.
Congrats to you, bro.
Yeah, I think I might be hosting a golf tournament, but I really want to pull up. Man.
Hey, man, you always making moves, bro. So I mean, no reason to say sorry, bro. I mean, like I think, you know, there's always going to be other opportunities to do stuff like that. But I mean, for me, like we can't miss those opportunities, you know?
No, I feel you, man.
So we're going to be at all of them, really. All the ones that, you know, are within our budget and we can continue to keep doing, for sure.
Well, I feel like one thing you're definitely doing is moving your feet and networking. Because, you know, I did mention Chris. Chris was the first guest we ever had. Like, so we 6 years deep. Chris was number one.
Number one?
Yeah,
wow,
so Chris
okay.
is somebody I 100% believe in. Another dude I believe in is man, Tyree right over here, man, with Black Mountain. Everything they got is pre-rolls. Maybe y'all need to, you know,
I ran into Black Mountain last time I was here.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah. Well, you can't miss them actually.
Yeah, they usually here, but like I mean, they do pre-rolls. Hey, we definitely can talk, but you know, it's a lot that I want to do, and I just can't wait to, you know, finish writing my story and, you know, leaving my legacy back too.
Yeah, right. You're a pretty young dude right now, man. So this question might sound crazy to you, but what would you right now say to a younger you, like 10-year-old you, like, yo, this is where life's about to be? Like, would you almost like the LeBron James commercial for crypto?
Yeah.
like what would you say to young you?
Man, I'm about to be 26 next month. So if I was to talk to my 16-year-old self, I don't think he would even believe where I'm at right now.
Bro, I feel you.
And I feel like, you know, he also thinks he's going to be an NBA player, the 16-year-old dude. So he's kind of confused, but I think like when I tell him that like we just started a business and it's going well and we got sales coming in every month and we making profit and we got a patent and we got a team, we going to festivals. I'm literally living the dream, man. So I think, you know, I haven't reached a point where like, you know, I can say that I've made it, but like I'm just so blessed that I already feel like I have.
Bro, I think for one, that's dope. And I think about that all the time. Like, what would I say to my younger self? And I always keep coming back to my younger self, like, yo, so you can eat cookies whenever you feel like it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the bomb.
He was already doing that.
Yeah, nah, man. Like I know what I'm saying. Like you can eat cookies whenever you feel like it. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna tell you no. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody gonna tell you no. Also, dog, you gonna be living with a whole chick. Yeah. Like your whole life's gonna be different. Like you're not watching Spice Channel.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, I'm not, like you said, like I'm not playing Halo at 3 a.m. anymore. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like I got a whole different life. I got responsibilities, and that life is not as fun. But I think when like you're an adult, you want to be in a spot in your life where you're happy, and I just think that's all I can really ask for. And I would just tell him, you know, just keep doing what you're doing. Like when I'm 16, I think I was worrying about a lot. Like I just was worried about my future, about, you know, grades, about what a girl thought of me or going to college, like all these things that really now are just so irrelevant.
Yeah, right.
I would just tell 16-year-old me, bro, just be patient, enjoy the moment, have fun. We got you when you get older. Like,
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Justin, man, I'm definitely proud of you. I love the brand, man. I think it's super dope, and I think you're gonna take it you're gonna take it far. You're gonna take it a lot of places. I'm blessed to be part of that journey now. You know what I mean? And thank you for coming on and being part of the Cash Color Cannabis experience. I appreciate that.
No, man, I just want to say, man, thank you so much for having me on here, man. Like, this is my first really like appearance for real. So like, kind of, you know, just being interviewed, answer these types of questions. So I really, really appreciate you for giving me this platform to share my brand and to just, you know, give me a little bit more exposure, bro. I really, really appreciate it.
No problem, man. Yo, so before we get out of here, let people know how they can cop a pack of rolling papers, how they can learn how to actually roll one up. Like, explain the whole story.
Absolutely, man. So right here, these QR codes, we have our website. So you can scan the QR code, www.pearlrolling.com. You can purchase a rolling paper from there. We are in select smoke shops right now. So if you're in the Atlanta area, we have some stocked up at Edgewood Smoke Shop. So you can go to Edgewood Smoke Shop if you're in the Atlanta area. But for really, and then if you're in DC, we have one at 13 and U Smoke Shop as well. The other ones are sold out right now. So you can also follow us at Pearl Rolling Co. But right now, I would say that online is the best way to go, unless you're in the Atlanta or DC area, to, you know, go ahead and get your rolling papers. And right now, during this week, we have 30% off of our entire website. So if you go to our website, order some rolling papers before Sunday, then you'll get 30% off. So you'll basically just get free shipping and be able to, you know, try them out, like you're buying them at the smoke shop right now. So, and I can just, you want me to do a little tutorial?
We got time? Yeah, go ahead.
We got a little extra time?
Go ahead and show them folks, man, how to do this.
So, little tutorial for you guys. Hopefully I don't fold under pressure. But, so this is the sealed end right here I was talking about earlier with the tail, and then, you know, when you're trying to like roll it up, nothing's gonna fall out of the end. And so right here, I like every single time I just hold on to the filter, right? Each time, pack it down. And then if this was a regular rolling paper, during this packing down process, I would be tilting my body like this so that the weed wouldn't be falling out. But I don't have to do that. So I'm going to just continue packing it down. And then we always want the most amount of weed to be towards the end of this sealed end here. You want to get smacked the most when you first start smoking. And then so now everything is packed down. I pack that down with my left hand. And then literally it's 1, fold over, 2, it's packed down, and then lick.
Bro, I feel like I was on PBS.
And then once you lick it like that, fold it on over, and I'll give it one more lick. Fold it over, and then the sealed end, it's just going to be like that, and you can just go ahead and pinch it, twist it, and then if we have a lighter, we can go ahead and light it. I think I have one.
I did have one. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Don't we have a box of one here? I be always slacking, man. Shout to Split Light too.
Yeah, shout out to Split Light.
Shout out to Split Light.
You burn the tail off. Burn the tail off. You have a perfectly pearled J.
That's my guy right there, man. Everybody applauded up, man, for my boy Justin Buck, Pearl Rolling Company, man.
I really appreciate you guys for having me in the studio, man. This is a dope setup, and I really appreciate every time I can come through, bro.
No doubt, man. Definitely shout out to you. Shout out to Live Hip Hop Daily as well for always hosting this dope podcast every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. And yeah, appreciate you coming through, man. I wish you the best of luck. Matter of fact, I don't even need to really wish it to you. I know it's gonna happen.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. So that's Cash Color Cannabis, a high level of conversation on LivehiphopDaily.tv.